In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the rear upper forward control arm on this BMW 328i. It's going to be located behind the rear wheels. Let's get into it. Now we're going to remove the wheel. Use a 17mm socket. Take these lug bolts out. Before I take the last one off, I'm just going to hold the wheel on so it doesn't fall. Take that off, grab the wheel, and pull it off. Now the sway bar itself is in the way of the bolt for the arm, so we're just going to disconnect the sway bar link. Use a 17mm wrench on the stud here. Some are different. If you're having trouble with that, you can use some locking pliers. And then a 16mm socket. Take the nut off. That nut off, pull the link out, and if you want, you can take the link out of the other side as well, or just bend this out of the way so you can access the bolt. Using an 18mm socket, we're going to take this bolt out. Pull that out. All right, now we're going to take this nut and bolt off. Use a 18mm wrench on the nut. 18mm socket on the bolt. And loosen this up. Now take that nut and bolt out. You can grab the arm, and it comes right out. Now take this arm, get this lined up. All right, before we put this bolt in, I want to put the bolt in down below. Get that started. Okay, get that bolt started. You might have to pull the arm up a little bit over where it's in the bracket up top. Just shift it around a little bit. Then we're going to snug this down, not too tight. Just get it a little bit snug. And we'll torque it later once both bolts are in. All right. Now just make sure that's in place. Then you can push. Try to push on the rear rotor or the caliper. And just try to get that lined up. Get the bolt in. If you need to, use the pry bar. Just pry this down a little. All right, the bolt's in. And take the nut, get the nut started. And now use the wrench, and we'll just tighten this up. Just get it close to being snug. All right, that's almost snug. Now before we tighten that down, we're gonna raise up the suspension because we want this as close to ride height as possible so that we can torque this down. Now using a pull jack underneath the suspension, just raise it up. Get it as close to ride height as possible. Just be careful. That's good. Now I'll tighten this down. Snug that down. Now we'll torque that to 76 foot-pounds. That's good. Now I'll tighten this bolt down. And I'm going to torque this bolt to 76 foot-pounds. That's good. Now you can lower the pole jack. And take that out of the way. Now you can connect the sway bar link to the sway bar. If you took the other side off, do that as well. Now put the nut on. Put the wrench on. Or if you use locking pliers, put those on. And tighten down the nut. Tighten that down. Now I'm going to torque this nut to 43 foot-pounds. Now I'll put the wheel on, get that lined up. Get the lug stud started. The other ones on, snug those down. Now we're going to torque the lug bolts to 80 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Go around again, double check.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.